I'm going crazy, sitting on that train, and I don't think I'm ever coming home. Don't think I'm lazy, don't think I'm strange. I do think I'm really just losing it all. 'Cause I'm going crazy. Yes, I'm going crazy.
Happy Friday night, everybody. And how are you? It's me, Ray. See, there's my name right there. That's who I am. I'm outdoors tonight. Beautiful day. I thought I'd get out of the basement and do the show from my backyard. And look, we have a new pool. I don't know which way I am. We have a new pool. And the electricity is going in tomorrow. Not in the pool, but, to turn the pump on. And we'll be swimming by tomorrow afternoon. And look at Annie's new toy. Ready? She's going to come around my shoulder here. She's been buzzing around the yard all day. This is so much fun. I might have to do this every week. So we were off last week, and now we're back. We got a great show. We're going to be talking to Britt Lightning from Vixen, the band Vixen from the 80s, right? Formed in 1980, had a huge hit in 88, and still going strong. And Britt's been with them for just a couple years. We're going to talk to my buddy Bill from Dean Junior College. We were in a production of Little Shop of Horrors, and now Bill is a big-time actor, and he's got a new movie. It's been shopped around for about 5 years, but it's out now on Amazon Prime. It's called Neptune, and I watched it the other day, and it's absolutely fantastic. Not what I expected at all. I watch a lot of independent movies, and I enjoy the real cheaply made ones, and this one was not one of those. It was good. And Bill's going to be joining me in just a few. Boozin with Bill. He's got a drink. So I'll tell you right now, if you want to get it ready, vodka, triple sec orange juice, and ginger ale. If you want to have that ready, you can make a drink with us. And then we'll have a nightcap with Jay towards the end of the show. So I'll start by opening my beer. Rick Moore from Happily Ever After. See, this is backwards, so it just screws me up. Happily Ever After. It's a group page on Facebook, and it's for lovers of beer. Good beer. Good beer. So join that group if you would like, and say hi to Rick. Rick had a suggestion that we do a show just about beer. And my buddy Jeff and Jay and Justin were talking about a couple weeks ago. And we said, yes, I think that's something we need to do. So on top of this Friday night show, we'll be doing a show on beer soon. So I have myself a 508 from Bad Martha in East Falmouth. I picked this up the other day. I've never had a Bad Martha beer. It looks like a great place. I just ran in to get my 4-pack, but they have pizza. You can eat outside. Lots of beer on the menu. So I'm going to pour myself a beer. We'll do a review a little bit later on. So I want to get to my first guest. We'll also do good news a little bit later on. Lots of good news. Restaurants are now open inside here in Massachusetts with limitations, but you can go in and you can enjoy inside dining and a lot of makeshift patios out there, which is very cool. Peppercini's has a great one. We were Justin and I were playing at Reunion in Grafton last week, and that was great. I want to say hi to Josh and the crew out there. They've got like 3 or 4 acts playing every single day, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. They've got music on the patio. So thanks to Josh, who's a musician himself, for supporting local music. And I don't want to get into this right now, but Milford isn't allowing any form of live music. I get the bands. I get that. With what we're going through with COVID-19, I totally get it. A band is going to bring in 100, 200 people sweating and dancing on the dance floor. I get it. But an acoustic act in the background, just entertaining the diners 10 feet away from everybody, I don't get it. And I've sent letters to state reps and the Board of Health, and everyone's saying, no, we're being very cautious. Yet you can go into Lowe's or Home Depot or Target and get knocked around by people with the COVID. But no, not music, no live music. So that's been bugging me lately. I'm going to take a sip of this. Cheers. Here's to Friday night. Thanks for tuning in. 9 people already. This is amazing. And there's Jeff, Bad Martha. Have you had it, Jeff? I have not had it yet. It's good. It's smooth. All right. So without any further ado, as I mentioned, Vixen's been around for a long time. They formed in the 80s, early 80s, 87, Edge of a Broken Heart. They had their big hit, and they just took off from there. A couple years ago, they got a new lead guitar player. Let me pull up some pictures of Britt in action. There's Britt right there. Hold on, I got to get rid of this chat. I'm still learning how to use this thing. It's been like months, and I'm still, sorry, Jeff, got to get rid of you. There's Britt rocking right there, and look at her shredding right there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Britt Lightning. Hi, Britt.
Hi, Ray. Well, I didn't know it was BYOB. I would have had a beverage ready to go to toast you here. Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
Well, it is Friday night, so I'll toast to you.
Well, you know, I am from Boston, but I'm on the West Coast right now, so it's a little earlier. It's almost 5, though.
Is that where you live now?
Yeah, I live in Hollywood.
Right in Hollywood. I didn't know Hollywood was a place. I thought that's just where they make the movies, but it's an actual place.
Yeah, it's a section of Los Angeles. Los Angeles is huge, and it's a very chaotic, interesting, fun, but also chaotic section of Los Angeles. Yeah, right in the heart of it all.
Now, what is the Sunset Strip like now, as opposed to? And you're a little bit younger than I am, but I'm sure you've heard the stories about the Sunset Strip back in the '80s. What's it like now?
Yeah, well, currently, I believe it's still boarded up from all the riots and protests. It was wild driving down there. I only live about probably less than 10 minutes from there. And yeah, it was wild to see all these, you know, big stores, you know, high-end places just all boarded up. I mean, they were still open technically, but boarded up. It looked crazy. It looked like, you know, weird Twilight Zone.
Now, before the COVID, was there still a healthy music scene?
Yeah, sure was. Yeah, the nightly jams right on the Sunset Strip at the Viper Room and the Whiskey and stuff like that. Always a cool jam scene going on. So yeah, that's been on hold for a while now, but hopefully we'll get it back up and running soon.
What have you been doing over the last 3 months? Because I know Vixen is always out there. You guys are playing all the time. And I don't know if I have some friends in a band called Bad Marriage, and they were going to play with you in New Bedford. I don't know if that show happened. I can't remember.
They were on the cruise, right? Monsters of Rock cruise?
I believe Fitzy went on the cruise. Yeah. So the lead guitar player went. Yeah.
Yep. And but yeah, I know so many shows have been canceled and postponed. We thought our July shows were going to happen, but they didn't. And we're hoping that at least one of our August shows goes through, but you know, you really just can't tell right now. Better safe than sorry, I guess. Yeah.
So what do you do? How are you passing the time?
Yeah, well, you know, I gotta say I've been enjoying the downtime. I mean, I love to travel and I definitely miss playing on stage, but I've been hanging at home working on projects. I paint and, you know, music, of course, just coming up with new musical projects and ideas. But I've also been working, I don't know if you've heard of this, Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
well, hold on. Am I too old to go? I'm 48 years old. Am I too old? I'm not. Okay.
It's more adults than kids.
Is it okay? Next birthday present. All right.
Yeah. Well, so what we've been doing now is, so I was a camp counselor. We did a Beatles camp that was back in November, and then started working with the camp, just coming up with like new ideas and stuff. And we just launched this online masterclass series since we can't have camps in person. So, you know, they've been really great. I just hosted one. So I've been hosting these and moderating these classes with rock stars. And so they come to your house, you know, through the internet. And
very cool.
Yeah, we just did one with Richie Faulkner this afternoon. He was amazing. Yeah, it was kind of like this interactive thing, and we like wrote a song with Richie and constructed a solo, and very cool. So they've been awesome. We just confirmed Alice Cooper for one. So I've been busy working on that, which has been a blast. And then, yeah, also just being artsy, cooking a lot, painting a lot. I went out for my first little out of the house jaunt. I went to Palm Springs the other day, and that was my first overnight in a hotel since this whole thing happened. And I'm still alive, so cross my fingers.
Do you ever feel like just grabbing the guitar, sitting on the corner and playing some music?
No, it's too hot for that right now. I have to do it in my apartment.
So this must be a dream job for you. When Vixen came out in the 80s, I want to say they were the only all-girl heavy metal band at the time. And there were certainly more to follow, and there was more before that. But as far as the 80s hair band go, they were the only one, and they were rocking with the big boys. Edge of a Broken Heart, which I just found out was co-written by what's his name, Richard Marx.
That's right. That's right.
Who knew? So you just joined them a couple years ago. This must be a dream job for you.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I grew up, in Massachusetts playing in an all-girl band I had called Jaded, and I always loved working with other female musicians. So I didn't do that exclusively, but I love bands like Vixen. And yeah, there weren't that many all-female bands to look up to. And when I started playing, even though I was born in the late 80s, I listened to all 80s music. That's what got me into playing guitar, because the 90s stuff didn't have cool guitar solos. So I knew of Vixen and I loved them. So yeah, it's a total honor to play with them, and it's been a blast. And we're writing together now. We're working on a new album. It's a little slowed down. I know more people think like, well, you've had downtime, with Corona, you should be able to get the album out faster, but it's actually hard because we live all over the United States. Florida, Detroit, LA, just all over. So it's been difficult, but we're working on it, and we have a new single we're ready to record and release. So it's awesome.
That is cool, because sometimes these bands that have been around forever and traveling around, they just play their hit and that's it. And they refuse to write anymore. It's refreshing to see that you guys are actually writing.
Yes. I'm so glad we are. It's awesome. And it's cool. It's reminiscent of, the classic Vixen sound, but it's also, something fresh. So I think all the Vixen fans out there are going to love it.
There's been different members in and out of the band throughout the years. Who's in the band right now?
Right. So Sharon Roxy, original bass guitar, the bass and drums, and Lorraine Lewis from Femme Fatale is on lead vocals. And she's a total badass. She fits in so great. We love having her, and she's just a ball of energy running around on stage. And so we also play some Femme Fatale hits in our set now too, which is fun.
Oh, nice. Roxy's one of the originals. She's one of my favorites as well. Yeah, she's awesome. So when you guys are out on the road, I would imagine the other girls have seen it all, right? You're still young. You're still getting to know the road. You're still getting to know the ins and the outs of the business, I would imagine. Do the other girls become like a mother figure of yours? Like, you want to lock your door at 11 o'clock at night at the hotel. Otherwise, there's going to be some issues. Don't go out after midnight. Nothing good happens after midnight. Been there, done that.
Well, you know what? I've actually been playing in bars and clubs since I was 16.
Oh, well, there you go.
But so I've kind of got, luckily, the wild streak, most of it out. But I have to say, when we're on the road together, I'm hanging out, spending time with them. Like, we all have slumber parties in our hotel rooms together. Like, we love spending time with each other. It's not like the old days when you were in a bus for forever together and you couldn't stand each other after a while. I mean, a lot of the gigs we do now, they're fly dates. We fly out every weekend. That's how a lot of bands are doing it these days instead of the tour bus. So we really look forward to our girls' weekends and getting together and hanging out and rocking out and having wine in our room. So I think we all influence each other to be good, but also have fun.
Right. Well, it was great to talk to you, and I thank you for your time. I know you're busy, even though with the COVID thing, you're still doing your master class and you're very busy. We look forward to seeing Vixen on the road again real soon. And the new single, when should we be looking for that?
We hope to. I actually don't think we'll probably record it till August, even though I know it's not even July, but just, things happen. So probably we hope to record it maybe July, August. So
okay.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Maybe a Christmas release.
Yeah, definitely before Christmas.
All right. Britt, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. Okay.
All right. Take care.
You too. Bye.
That's Britt Lightning from Vixen. Awesome band. I mean, come on. Oh, you know what I wanted to show her and I didn't? We were talking about the 80s, and I have a boombox here that I'm going to use later on. Look what's in my boombox. Look at that. Kid Ego, one of the original tunes from Extreme. What's in the other side? Yes, I do have the double-sided boombox. Kicks, Cold Blood. How cool is that? I'm going to play that a little bit later on. All right, I know I got two bills on deck here. And which bill do I talk to? You know what? I don't want to keep. Bill, I think. Hold on. Let me just bring this bill in for a second. Hey. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Are you just about ready to go?
I am definitely ready to go.
Do you have a couple minutes? Can I put you on hold and you can just enjoy the show?
Who am I losing the Ray's show face off to? Tell me that.
An actor, like a legit Hollywood actor.
All right, you can go.
Okay, thank you. Why are you laughing? I can see Bill laughing. Bill McDonough, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, William McDonough III.
Well, I gotta do the movie thing, but yes. Ray,
you have come a long way since Dean Junior College and the production of the thing we did.
Yep.
The hell was it called?
Well, we did
Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah.
That's right.
So how are you?
I'm good, my friend. How are you?
Good. So good to see you. I know we're friends on Facebook and Twitter, so we often cross paths there.
Yes, we do.
It's actually good to be talking to you. We were in a production, 1990. I want to say it was 91. It may have been the first year. Yeah. It was Little Shop of Horrors at Dean Junior College. You played the dentist. I played Seymour. And it's one of my fondest memories of college.
Yeah, it was so much fun. It was really I was just excited to get into a show there, and Little Shop of Horrors has been like a favorite ever since that movie came out. In '86 with all the with Rick Moranis and all of that. So it's huge. It was like, oh yeah, I want to do that. That'd be awesome. So, and it was just so much fun. So
I was actually shocked that I got in for some reason. I don't know why. I did the productions in high school, but I just remember being like, oh my God, I'm Seymour. I mean, what an iconic character.
Right. I was like, oh my God, I'm C. Martin. This is going to be so much fun.
Right? Now, before we go any further, I want to show everybody something we did in video class, or I did in video class. And this is probably one of the earliest acting gigs that you got. Yeah, I don't think you got paid for it, so I can't say it's a paid gig. But check this out. And look at the chroma key.
Oh man, it's those Dean graphics.
In this day and age, life can be cruel and difficult. At the Vinny Salducci School of Business, we give you the career opportunities that millions of others have missed out on. Vinny Salducci, our founder, was a member of the Fettuccine family back in the 1930s. He had mastered the art of illegal financing, and now he shares his secrets with you at the Vinny Salducci School of Business. We have trained professional members from New York's 4 top Italian families here at the School of Business.
Okay. Let's say we got this chump. Borrow some money from you. We'll say about 50 G's. He's 2 weeks late in his payment. In this situation, what do?
You break his legs and you disgrace his family.
Good.
Your future depends on the people you set up and bribe. This is where it all starts.
Look at that, huh?
Oh, wow. Oh,
that was a long time ago.
It was. I'm sure the other Bill right now is saying, I'm waiting for this. This is what I'm waiting for.
So that was a video project I did. I wrote and directed that, and we had to do these little commercials. Or I remember us, the two of us did a scene from Birdie.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that. I think it was Birdie that we did.
It was
or the Killing Fields.
The Killing Fields. That was
okay.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a lot of fun too. Yeah.
So tell me about Dean. Right after Dean Junior College, you're doing all this acting. And, you were. I don't know if you did that in high school or not.
Yeah, I've been acting ever since I was probably about like 12 years old. They sent me off to my parents were back in the day where my parents were kind of sick of me, so they would send us off to day camp, and then there was like a little theater program they would do. And it would be like, I can get up on stage and act like an ass and people will laugh at me. And so that really just sold me right there. And so I did that. And then we went through high school and then into college thinking about it. And afterwards it was, you wonder what you're doing after college. So then I just I went back home for a while, and then I discovered that there was theater right up in Portland and right outside of Portland, Maine. And I've been just kind of hopping from theater to theater ever since then. So,
how did you transition to movies? Because what we want to talk about right now is the movie Neptune, which you filmed a while ago, but now it's finally on Amazon Prime. And this is now, I watch a lot of independent movies. So I've seen the no budget movies. I've seen the big budget independent if that's a thing. But I wasn't expecting this. I was blown away by this movie and your performance. I have a still of you in that movie right there. Look at how deep thought, looking out to the sea. That's a movie right there. I want to know more about this guy. So tell me about the transition from the theater to screen.
It was really just all luck, really, what it really boils down to. I got when I got back, I got involved with the theater company called The Originals out of Bar Mills at the Saco River Theater with a couple of friends of mine, Jennifer Porter and Dana Packard. And they've done a couple of movies along the way, along with their theater. So I had a chance to be like a production assistant on their films. So I got to learn a lot, like from being backstage of what exactly I wanted to do. And of course, it was always acting. And it's like, next time I gotta get on the film, I gotta do this. And then there was one particular day where Derek Kimball, he was one who directed the film. Him and Alan Baldwin were holding auditions for Neptune in Portland, and I was doing a play called The Complete Works of William Shakespeare, abridged. And
now, what year was this?
This was 2011, I think. This has been a long process. The process of the film took about 3 years to make, because what we would do is we would take like 2 or 3 weeks in the summer, film all the stuff that we had to film before all the bad weather hit, and then we would go and we would try to raise money for the next summer, and then we would take that money and like go into the boat and do what we need to do. And then it would just be like fundraiser after fundraiser, because it wasn't like one of those things where it's like, okay, we have this big lump of money, now we have to go and film it. In Maine, it's a little bit different, where it's like we have to show people, hey, we can do this. This is what we have for stills. This is like a little film thing that we have for you. Check it out. Now give us money. That type of thing. So it's one of those processes you have to do throughout the years. So that's why this film started about 2011, 2012, and then finished up about 2015. Because the following year we went to Slam Dance in 2016 in January, and Slam Dance happens in right next to Sundance Film Festival. It's kind of like Slam Dance is kind of like the punk rock of the film world, so they have it right next door. Yeah. So we all went out for Slam Dance, and it was wild. It was so much fun. So.
Now, how old was Jane when you start? Jane's one of the stars of the movie. She plays Hannah, who's a young girl living on an island off of Maine, off the coast of Maine, and she's raised by a minister at a church. It's a very small community. We don't know much about her parents or her father, but we know she's raised by this minister, and it's a coming of age story. So she was very young. I know in the movie she was like 14 years old. But I mean, that's the age where any child starts to grow significantly. So 3 years is a big deal at that age. How did you film that? I didn't see any kind of, it was very seamless is what I'm trying to say.
And that was really kind of, it was, she couldn't cut her hair for 3 years. That was one of the things. She had to keep the
same style.
Same style all the way through for 3 years. And that's a really dedication for an actor right there, especially in the teen years, Yeah. So, but it was just a matter of, really just the production crew behind the scenes and makeup and wardrobe and that type of thing. And Jane she just didn't. Nothing changed in 3 years. It was amazing. It was one of those things where we're all like.
Mad props to the continuity director. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it was really just really, really stunning. And I think one of not the scenes I was in, but one of the things that always got me was the underwater scenes, which they weren't underwater. They originally were going to try to do it underwater, but Jane had a problem being underwater, which she just found out about. So they instead did another way to do it, and it filmed so beautifully. I don't mind watching it over and over again, because it's just such a such a beautiful film and such a
It is. Cinematography is amazing.
Yeah, it really is.
And I
that's
thought she was underwater, so I mean, good on
Yeah.
you guys.
Give away secrets. Oh man.
It's also very dramatic. You know, I love a movie with comedy and drama. This one is very straight ahead drama.
Yeah.
I mean, there's moments that are sweet, I think, and there are moments where your character and her character find a connection that you so desperately need. Then it gets weird. So I don't want to give too much away.
It does. You're right.
It does. It gets weird, but it's just like you said. It's a beautiful film, and I can't tell people enough how much I enjoyed it. And I don't know. I think I know a little something about movies, at least watching movies.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend it. So as you're going on, you know, we're the same age. I'm 48. You're very close because we were in the same class. And as I think about, like, someday I would love to be in a movie, I would love to act, but you start thinking to yourself, well, I guess I'm going to have to play the father, or I'm going to have to play the sheriff, you know? Yeah. So as you're getting older, how do you see yourself maturing into roles, into, you can't play the college grad anymore, obviously.
What?
Yeah, I know. Well, I shaved today just in case there were any casting agents watching. Maybe a 37. But as you get older, you must be thinking differently. You have to constantly be pivoting.
Yeah, I think. It is a kind of a learn as you go type of thing. That's one of the things I've always thought about acting, is that you never really, even though like people get degrees and that type of thing in acting and theater, but you never really stop learning, because as you get older, you have to kind of morph into other different roles that are suited for, you know, the AZ you are, the AZ you look.
Yeah.
I think that you just kind of have to take it as it comes. My honest answer is I don't know, and I hope to tell you someday on how I did that. So
I mean, but obviously the roles are still there, and the role that you had was a very juicy role. You were the father of a kid that went missing. Yeah. I'm not giving anything away. That is part of the storyline there. Yep. And the way you and your wife deal with it, and the connection you have with Hannah, the character Hannah, and I'm very proud of you. I'm proud that I knew you and that we worked together.
Oh man! Well, thank you so much. That is amazing. I've always really respected you. I love how that you kind of fell in love with radio, and how you've always stuck with it through the years, and it's always just amazing. And you and Molly, and just tell Molly I said hello to. Me and Molly were in a sketch together. I was at a David Letterman. You guys were doing a David Letterman talk show thing. And I
remember that.
And she was one of the guests in that. So, and it's always great to see you guys together in that, and the wonderful, beautiful family you guys are raising. So.
Thank you, and it's good to see you doing what you love doing. I think we're very lucky, the two of us. You continued to act, and I continued with radio. So and I you know what, I really hold Dean Junior College responsible for that. It really set me up to do the things that I wanted to do. So I can't say enough about the school there. What else are you doing? What are you doing?
WGAO, is that still? Are they still going?
Power 88. Yep. Super Rock Stereo.
That's it. Yep.
Now, did I see you're working with Jane again on a movie?
No.
I'm looking at your IMDb. You have an IMDb page. That's pretty sexy too.
I tell you.
Wheel It Hard. What's Wheel It Hard? You play Bill.
There's a couple of movies here that I gotta look at this real quick. There's a couple of movies where Wheel It Hard was a roller skate movie that was filmed up here. Hopefully it'll be released soon, maybe. It's one of those things where it's like there's another film on there too called Anniversary.
Yeah.
If people go to whatisanniversary.com, you'll be able to see this amazing trailer. I have no idea what happened to the movie. I don't know if they're going to release it, but it looks amazing, and I really want to see it. So maybe I don't know. That's just me kind of saying like, oh my God, it looks really good. You should check it out. Really.
That is the world of indie filmmaking, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could create something that never sees the light of day,
Absolutely.
But
And
at
you don't
least,
know why. It could be just like the ran out of money or whatever. It's just all these crazy things.
but I think that's where the stories are, and that's why I love
Yeah.
going on Amazon Prime and just kind of getting lost, going down the rabbit hole and find.
Yeah.
Like I found a whole bunch of movies. Brian Greenberg is an indie actor. I mean, he's been in some mainstream stuff, but he makes a lot of indie movies.
Yeah.
Who else? Josh, the guy from Cougar Town, Josh something. I've watched like 3 or 4 of his.
Oh yeah.
But you're busy working. You don't know who's out there competing with you.
These days I'm not working all that much. So if you know anybody,
have you thought about making your own movie now that you know the process and you've been around it for so long? Is this something you think you could do on your own?
I've had ideas of like writing and that type of thing, but then I get a little nervous at dealing with people like me. So like not in multiple of these. But no, I don't know. I think it would be an interesting process to do. I think that you really need. It would be a lot of fun, I think, and it's something that maybe will happen in the future. I don't know.
Right. Well, if you're looking for a like a retired sheriff or something like that, I'm your guy.
There we go.
Maybe a youthful uncle. Maybe I could get away with that.
Done.
All right.
Set. Here we go.
The movie is called Neptune, and Facebook has a great page so you can follow it, and it's on Amazon Prime, so it's free if you have Prime. And I really do highly suggest this movie. It's a good one. And dude, great to see you.
Good to see you as well, Ray.
All right, take care.
You too. Love to the family.
Yes, you too. That's my buddy Bill from Dean Junior College, and it was great to talk to him. On this show, I've been able to catch up with a lot of friends that I haven't talked to in a long time, and that was really nice. All right, let's get to our next segment. You've been waiting. You get your vodka getting warm and your triple sec. So let's get right to Boozin with. Hey, it's Boozin with Bill. Hey, Bill. How are you, man?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I am good. I am mellow. I'm outside today. It was and so are you. But it was so nice out. I had to do the show. Remember in grade school when you got to do your class outside because it was so nice? That's how I feel.
That's great.
Yeah. What's new in your world? I haven't seen you since Southwick Zoo. We played the Savannah Grill, the Pub Kings, and that was a blast.
Yeah, it was. It was good to knock the dust off.
It was. And I think we did pretty good too for not playing for 3 months.
Yes, I in particular did very good.
We do. Bill gets the game ball.
Almost got you.
All right. I have to get a glass of ice, and then I'm ready to make this drink with you. So if you can just start the process by telling people what they need, I will be right back.
All right. So what we're making this evening is called an orange crush. Imagine just an amped up screwdriver. That's what we're making. So the ingredients would be orange vodka, triple sec. You can't see it in here, but there is 1 cup of freshly squeezed orange juice. Also, there'll be some ginger ale. You will also need the glass of ice, which you have. Got it. Good timing. So I threw some ice into the mixer cup as well.
Okay.
Just because I like to have it like nice and cold. So so first things first.
What did I miss? Hold on. What's the name of this drink?
It's called the Orange Crush, and it's like an upgraded version of a screwdriver.
All right. I'm making this for Molly. So
Excellent.
I think she's watching right now. If she can make her way to the studio.
Yeah, this
Go ahead.
is great. Here we go. So first things, I don't have pourers again. So I'll use the jiggers. And this one is going to be, top side will be a little over 2 ounces, a heavy, strong 2 ounces of orange vodka.
Orange vodka. I don't have that. All right.
Yeah, that's all right. Just do it. Just tell her.
Okay.
So we're going to go with that. And then we'll take 1 ounce of triple sec or equal.
There's a lot of booze in my cup here. Bill.
Yeah, that's a good start, buddy.
All right.
And now this is 1 cup or 3 oranges worth of freshly squeezed orange juice.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Did you really freshly squeeze those?
I absolutely did.
Okay.
That's
whatever.
that's what it was calling for.
Okay.
So now, and then just take a splash of ginger ale. You can also use like a Sprite lemon lime soda, but I wanted mine be a little less sweet. So the ginger ale certainly helps with that. Just a little splash.
A spritz, if you will.
Yeah, if you will. So I have another mixer cup. I instead of mixing, I'm just going to do one of these here.
That's what I'm doing.
Well,
smells delicious. It smells like
yeah.
a screwdriver, but that's got to be the orange and the vodka, obviously.
Yeah. So we're going to strain this over fresh ice in a glass.
Oh,
And
you're
that
fancy.
Really good.
I've got
Thank
the
you.
original ice right here.
This is the Father's Day gift right here. And then orange wedge. Look at that.
Is that a wedge or a wheel?
That's a orange wheel. Sorry, my bad.
All right, it's okay.
Recyclable straw? No.
Kathy's a bartender, and we know Kathy.
Yeah.
Yes, I was careful. Were you?
Yeah, I did all right.
I didn't make a mess.
You can't shake those. That's why I typically go from one cup to the other. So here's you have it. I mean, this not only will it make you feel good, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's healthy.
Okay, because it's got the oranges. It's fruity.
It's got vitamin C. You need that for your immune system right now.
Hey, that's really good. I thought I put a lot of booze in that, but the orange is really cutting through.
Yes, the orange juice really does a lot, and I think the balance of the ginger ale too. Like so I said, you can go with a strong 2+ ounces of orange vodka if you like.
Okay.
I think this is awesome.
Wally, would you like a drink? Come get it. I'm drinking my beer tonight, Bill. I did take a sip of that, and it's very good.
Thank you.
I am drinking the 508.
Very nice.
From Bad Martha, and I haven't had. I just had one of these, but I haven't had the beer before tonight, and it's really good. It's in East Falmouth, and I think we should go. And I think it's one of the stops for Cape Cod Brew Bus.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to have this drink here, and then I have a couple of Pulp Daddies on deck from Greater Good Brewers.
All right, so I'm going to give my little review here. It's a bit hazy. It's got a nice head to it. Amber in color, as most beers are.
Yeah.
And it's got a caramel. What are you, caramel or caramel? Caramel? Caramel.
I believe it's yeah. Okay. There you go. Caramel.
You know what? It's got a piney taste to it. I don't know if that's on purpose or a nice accident.
I'm sure they calculated that.
But it's a little piney, and that's really intriguing. I don't know too many IPAs that are piney. So kudos to Bad Martha. And I give that one. You know what, Bill? I give every beer a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I got from High Life to some Cisco beers, and I also have the Greater Goods.
I like Cisco. I really like Cisco.
Yeah, their IPA is excellent.
You drink a lot of craft beer. Do you ever venture out of New England? I try to stay in New England, try to discover new bands that are like right down the street. I mean, new beers that are right down the street.
Well, I mean, I would say that the few craft beers that I like are from the New England area. Let's put it that way. I mean, the Heady Topper is really good. The Greater Good stuff is excellent. Where's Sip of Sunshine from? I'm not even really sure, but that stuff is excellent as well.
I don't know. But I do look at where it was made when I pick up a can. Sometimes I'll go outside the area. I really choose my beer based on the design of the can. I mean, because an IPA is an IPA, but if they can get really creative with the promotional aspect of it, that's what catches my eye. But I do try to stick with the New England.
Yeah, sure. That's good.
So hey, while I have you here, and we're waiting for Jay to have a little nightcap, let's talk about local music, because I really want to complain just a little bit, and you're the guy to complain with.
Yeah.
About the fact that we can't get any acoustic music in most of the towns in the surrounding area. What's your take on that? First of all, I'll give you my take. I understand bands, full bands like Whiskey Church will bring 200 people to Central Tavern. You can't have that. They're just too good. So you can't have them play as a background band. So I get the band thing, but an acoustic act that is really designed to entertain a crowd that's already there, is already having a conversation. They're not going to get up and dance, although we had a couple of people dance at Savannah Grill. Where an acoustic act is not designed for that. What's the issue?
I don't understand what possibly could be the issue. I think people have been in their houses for 3 months. We have plenty of friends that are excellent acoustic players that know great songs. And if you're finally able to go outside or inside, there's absolutely no reason that we can't have somebody, socially distanced somewhere playing a little bit of music. And from what I understand, it's pretty much up to the town. I don't believe it's a state mandated thing.
No, it's not. It's up to the town, but that's the problem. A lot of these towns are being very careful. I can go to Lowe's in Milford and wait in line with 50 people, but I can't listen to Ricky Robideau play at Peppercini's, on a Sunday afternoon, and he's 10 feet away from me. I don't. It doesn't make any sense. I think it's just a lack of understanding, or probably the people that are making these decisions don't understand, how much people enjoy it, nor do they understand how many people actually do it and either make a living or, help pay for incidentals in their lives, or just, it's a savings account for them. These are excellent players who are dedicated to what they're doing. And, a lot of people enjoy what they do. Well, the people I spoke to about this kind of give me the pat on the head and saying, "Oh, it's cute. We all miss live music." But it's more than that. I don't care about myself. I do it for the extra money and I do it for fun. I can hold off. I can wait. But I know too many local musicians and artists that depend on this. That, they're feeding their family. This is a big part of their income, and they're out. They're out.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And I think, like I said, it's a lack of understanding. And there's a great way to deal with this. And if these people are either appointed or voted in, find that out and let them know how you feel. That's what's great about this country. If you don't like somebody and the decisions they make that are in government, there's a way to get them removed. And hopefully it's vote your friends in or vote somebody in who values what you value. That's the game. And if you do that, next thing you know, these guys, they're out of a job.
Right.
How great is that?
I want to thank Representative Brian Murray for actually responding to my email. And he said that he put an order in, or whatever you put in, a request to have that looked at from the state. Because I know it's not state mandated, but the state could come out and say, look, we'll allow this. And I think it's, I think it's really important. And people underestimate the value of the arts in general.
Yeah. Oh, of course. It's awful. Arts and sciences have been taking a pounding over the past 20 years. They're just, there's a certain ideal that goes along with some of the others that say that's it's either foolish or it's unnecessary. And, in my opinion, it's just, these are the kind of things that, make life fun for us.
It's what we need right now.
I don't want to be a professional consumer and go to work every day and that's all I do. I want to, have a good drink. I want to have a nice meal and listen to somebody play some familiar music.
Good drink, good woman, good music. That's all you need in life.
I hear that, buddy.
Hey, before we go, look at this. Party for the Pantry, the virtual Party for the Pantry, July 16th. That's coming up. That's just a few weeks away. And if anybody knows Bill and I, we put this on. This is our 5th year, and unfortunately we can't do it at the Black Box like we normally do. And we've been consistently over 10 grand for the last 3 years, I believe.
Yes. And and this year we started off right out of the gate with probably the most sponsorship money we've ever had. I think we $5,000.
Yeah, and then we had to postpone it, obviously, because of COVID-19. But we decided to do something virtual, and we've got a lot of people helping us out. Matt Zajac, John Paul Royer, Jen Teft, if she's not playing already, Ken Barney. James Montgomery said he would chime in with something. Jeff Roy, by the way, the COVID tapes. Look at that CD I have. Jeff Roy just put this out. He's been spending a lot of time at home.
Yeah.
And he misses his band, Ben Gardner's Boat, which is the best name for a band. It's a Jaws reference.
Yeah.
But the representative put this out. It's got 16 songs on it. He sings to a few tracks. He's got some originals on there. But he's going to be doing something too. So that's July 16th, Thursday night.
Yep.
And we're going to run as long as we have to. But I think we'll start around 7, 8 o'clock, right?
Yeah, that'll be great. That'll be great. And they'll, all the information will be out there. You can get it. When we release all the info, it'll be on, the food pantry website. And we'll have a donate button somewhere where you'll be able to do that. And this being our 5th year, as you know, Ray, the food pantry has included our party into their budget. So
yeah, this is important.
Yeah, this is important, and it makes a big difference. And this year, they just purchased a new building.
Yeah,
that is larger. It's going to allow them to make more purchases in bulk, and ultimately, it will help cut their costs. But the upfront cost it can be difficult. So we're going to try and help out with that.
All right, Bill. Nice drink tonight. That was great. I got to get Molly in here to drink it. Cheers to you. Oh, there she is.
Not
Here.
overly sweet, and it's very tasty. And
Would
it's
you like to say hi?
Oh my God, looking like this?
Yeah, you look beautiful.
Hi.
Bring it on. Try it.
Tart, but good, right?
Like you.
Like me. Tart, but good. There you go. All right, that's enough screen time.
Cheers.
Making me look bad. All right, Bill. Hey, say hi to my friend Jay.
Hey, Jay, what's up, buddy?
Backstage Billy, what's going on?
All right, Bill, you're hanging out by the fire for a while, right?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I'll see you in a few.
Yeah, I think I'll take a ride over. I should probably slow down on this bad Martha, though.
We have business to discuss.
Whoa, I like that. All right, buddy, take it easy. Woohoo!
Yay! How are you?
Good. How are you? Let me get to here. Cheers to you. I just wanted to get to a couple messages that I've been ignoring. It's really hard to maneuver everything when I'm trying to have a conversation with somebody.
I know,
Christina.
That's why I asked you to do that on my show so that I don't
right?
have to ever worry about it.
You need someone to do it for you. Woodstock Inn Brewery is delicious. I will check that out. I said my beer tasted like pine, which Justin says that means it tastes like sap. No, it wasn't too bad. Did I say it smelled like it? No, I said I tasted it. Still a bit piney. Who else we got here? Rick Moore. Rick Moore is Rick Moore is, I think he's the guy that created this Facebook group, which is called, I don't know where I am. Here I am. Happily Ever After. And it's just for beer lovers. Good beer, like you can appreciate.
I love beer.
Go join that group. And there he is. Oh, really, Rick? Meh. I liked it, but I like everything. I do. I like. I rarely drink a beer I don't like. And yourself, Jay? Are you picky?
Me, honestly, yeah. I think I talked about this last week. If you show me an awesome can with some great graphics on it, I'm gonna try it. And no matter what, I'm gonna drink it. But that'll usually get it. I judge a beer by its cover. See, that's a great one.
It is. It's very I think that's the logo. I think that might be Martha.
Okay.
So it's very, plain, but still intriguing at the same time.
Sure.
I will go with a brewery theme. Sometimes the theme alone of the actual brewery is what excites me. And then I will not make myself like it, but I will appreciate it more if it has a cool theme. And I think Bad Martha, just the name alone is kind of cool. And it looks like a farm, like a barn, and they have food in there. And I didn't really get a good look at it, but I think it's the kind of place you want to hang out.
I got Medusa, but a lot of good beers. So I got this one, Hidden city. And actually, I forgot. I had one of these over at Justin's a while back, and I remembered it. And when I walked to the store today, I'm like, oh, I remember. I really like that. So I picked this one up. I remember this is delicious.
What did I say? I think I said happily ever after, didn't I?
Yeah. I think it's just advertising more.
Oh, okay. There you go. Widowmaker is fire.
This is my vodka.
Okay. Widowmaker, Stellwagen. Oh, these guys are all over it now. Medusa is great. It is great. And that's in Hudson. And okay, so this is what's happening in Milford right now. We have the Flatbread. Is it the Flatbread Company? Oh, now I can't remember the name. No. What's the Rail Trail? I'm sorry. Rail Trail is coming in.
Notes.
Oh, you do? Good. Okay, because I don't have notes. Rail Trail is coming into Milford. Rail Trail single-handedly turned Hudson around. It was a very bad town. Rail Trail came in. They built an ice cream parlor, which you only say in New England, by the way, parlor. Let's retire to the parlor and have a cocktail. And I believe Medusa may be affiliated with Rail Trail. Don't quote me on that, but I think they're affiliated.
I'm not going to quote you on that.
Okay, good. But if Rail Trail is coming to Milford, then I feel like that's a spark that is much needed in town. And I feel like we'll get an ice cream parlor and a Medusa brewery too at the same time. So I'm very excited about that happening. What's in Franklin? Is Medusa in Franklin? No, I thought Medusa was in As Built. See, I'm behind. You guys are having your own conversation, Rick. I don't even know if they're talking to us, Jay.
They're not talking to us. They're just talking amongst themselves.
So As Built is going to be open in Franklin soon. I know that. 67 Degrees is open right now. And the I have a picture. Oh, here we go. I already had this set up. Are you following me, Jay? Are you good?
Yeah.
You following everything I'm throwing down here?
I see it.
I feel like I'm all over the place.
No, I got it.
Okay, so 67 Degrees just opened in Franklin. And then to the left there, that's Glen Farmer. That's a distillery where In Country used to be. So they're brewing up vodka, rum. Well, I don't know what exactly, but liquor, hard liquor. They're going to have whiskey, their own whiskey and tequila and stuff like that. So that's a trip we have to make.
Yes, let's go drink whiskey.
We got to get out there.
Definitely.
So that's that.
And you know what's funny? 67 degrees. That's like the perfect temperature, Ray.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
Like perfect.
Right now I'm thinking it's 78 and I like it, but 67, yes.
It's a little muggy outside.
A bit. I'm happy to be outside though. First time doing the show outside.
I know. If I knew that, I didn't get the memo. I would have been outside.
Sorry.
Justin and Jeff are actually down at Craft Roots, and Justin wanted me to meet him there. But I was like, oh, my phone doesn't work. And he's like, you can be on my iPad. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. But I'm like, next time. Because I think that would be cool.
Well, it's funny because I almost contacted Craft Roots and said, can you guys just go on with me tonight and show the room? So it's very funny. I didn't do it. Maybe next week I'll do that.
Yeah, let's do it next week.
So let's do. I want to do some good news while you're here. I didn't get to it at the beginning of the show because I was talking to Britt Lightning.
Yeah, I know. Vixen. She was awesome. Holy crap.
She's awesome. I wanted to talk about the fact that restaurants are open. They had the patio going for a couple weeks and now limited inside dining. But I wanted to highlight just a few. And Justin and I played. No, this is Peppercini's. Peppercini's indoors and outdoors. Vince made a makeshift patio right out front. He's been doing killer business. This is Reunion in Grafton. Justin and I played, and they play right. The music plays right in the left hand corner there. The Briggs brothers are doing a killer job over there. The food's fantastic, and the patio is just really classy, really nice. And then there's Mo and Robin from Craft Roots. They have their own little thing going on outside. That's where Justin and Jeff are tonight. Yep. I would have done the show down there had I known they were going.
I say we do it next week.
Yeah, we could do that. We'll do the show on location. I like it.
Yep.
More good news. Jeff Belanger from New England Legends podcast has a book coming out, and you can already pre-buy it. Is that what it's called? Pre-buying? Pre-order. Yeah. Sorry, pre-order it on Amazon. So just go to Amazon, look for The Call of Kilimanjaro. Jeff actually climbed that mountain a couple years ago. And hey, a little spoiler alert, that's not him on the mountain.
Aw.
That's him on a building. And the photographer just shooting up at the sky. Sorry, Jeff. And then speaking of New England Legends podcast, that's a podcast I do with Jeff Belanger every week. It's a weekly thing. We made the Hot 50 for the July issue of Podcast Magazine. Thank you. That's good news.
Yeah. Look at Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan looks so angry.
He is. He's an angry guy. He does the whole MMA thing. And
I know, but he's always so happy. I never see him angry like that.
I don't think that's the cover. This is I can't see the date, but anyway, Podcast Magazine is actually a legit magazine. It's a legit mag that you can touch, and it's online.
Podcasts are crazy, man. There's like a billion podcasts, but there's like a billion people listening to them as well.
Yeah. So that's my good news. I had a few more. Let me see if I can pull these up real quick.
While you're pulling those up, can I just say, yes, we got everything opening, and can we be proud that we're one of the best states in reopening? We've got some of the lowest cases of COVID. So don't stop now. Everyone keep doing exactly what you're doing. Keep wearing your masks. Keep social distancing. Keep not being an ass. Just don't be an ass. Wear a mask, because we're doing everything right so far. And we're one of the good states. So I've never heard of Massachusetts being one of the good states before. And I want to keep this up,
Yeah, and let's stop bashing the governor, who everyone was so pissed at because they're not opening this, they're not opening that. And now we're one of the safest states to be in.
I don't care if they bash the governor. You can bash whoever you want. But I'm just saying that we're doing good. That's all I know. So just keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'll be a little political here. It's based on his wariness, on his caution. Hold on, let's see. Check a couple comments here. I think you say playa.
No,
Pala. Oh, Pala.
This was a while ago when we were talking about the Pala.
The other conversation. Milford Nutrition is coming to Milford. Fantastic. I don't know what they do. Well, why wouldn't Milford Nutrition be coming to Milford? Of course they're coming to Milford. It's called Milford Nutrition. Where else would they go? Milford Nutrition is not going to be in Franklin. Greater Good is one of my faves too, Dave. It really is. We play there, Greater Good, and I love playing there. The Pub Kings play there, and it's a fantastic place to play, and we always bring a lot of beer home with us. Kendo!
Hi, Kendo! Woo! What's going on, Kendo? I miss so many of these people because I would only see them at a lot of them at the social, at the Tradesman.
Yeah.
And all I've gotten to see is just their live shows on Facebook, and they're fantastic. But it's so much different than getting to just hang out with them at the bar and just shoot the crap. And I was gonna say shoot the S, but I didn't know if you get swears or not.
No, you can do that. It's okay. Rick says let's get Ryan Lavery. Is that like Mike Lowry?
Mike Lowry. Let's get Mike Lowry on here.
Did you see there's a guy running for school committee in Mashpee?
I'm going to go register and vote for that guy, man. That's awesome.
I'm moving to Mashpee just so I can vote for Mike Lowry. Yes, Ryan. Let's get Ryan on. Probably the top brewer in Mass. Absolutely. Let's do it.
Awesome.
Congrats on the. Oh, thank you very much, Donnie.
She's right back there.
We saw this. Hi, Don.
Hello.
We may be massholes, but we ain't assholes. That is true. In Marlboro, they're called Marlboro Nutrition. Go figure. I see a pattern here.
Yeah, but I don't see good branding. That's what I see.
What's up, cousin Rob? How are you? And Rob says, love seeing you outside.
With your pool.
Because I'm so sad. I'm always indoors in my basement. It's true, though. It was a little stuffy down there. All right, Jay, I know you have notes, and we're getting to the happy hour-ish part of the show, where it's not exactly an hour. We always go over a bit. But let me just go through, because I asked everybody, I ask people once a week, give me some good news.
Yeah.
I didn't get a lot this time, but Tina from TC Scoops in Medway says Libation Bar is back open, so you can get booze with your ice cream at TC Scoops. And then she mentioned Craft Roots, and we talked about that.
Yep.
Fitch says, I learned that Jim Morrison gave himself the name Mr. Mojo Rising because it's an acronym for Jim Morrison. I did know
I didn't
that.
know that. I completely didn't know, or if I did know that, I completely forgot.
And then Lizzie was amazed that Fitch knew that. Adam says Tony Soul Projects is playing at Valley Pub, and they're not tonight. It's Jam Bag. So, but you know what? A plug for Tony Soul, and thank you, Adam. Kem says, how about this? Shout out to 3 Milford residents, Andrea, Brenda, and Kem, who raised a little over $38,000 in shaved bald for pediatric cancer charity. One mission. Amidst the whole pandemic, by the way. They did this during the whole COVID-19 thing.
That's awesome.
I talked to Rick a bit from Happily Ever After, and he said, we got to do a show just on beer. And I said this earlier, but Jeff and Justin and you, Jay, we had this conversation.
Yep.
So I think we will do a beer thing. And then Justin says, we had a couple gigs. That's good news. Also, still murder free.
For now.
I just have to rest for a second. There's a lot of talking.
That was a lot of talking. You do good.
One more thing, and then we'll get to your notes. So one of our state representatives, Jeff Roy, is a musician. Check this out. The name of his band is Ben Gardner's Boat.
Yep.
An awesome Jaws reference. And they play in Franklin all the time. And they're really good. So Jeff, I mean, he's very busy, doing his thing with the local government, but he also had a lot of time to record. So he put together the COVID tapes.
Cool.
And it's a mix of covers that he sang along with, some originals. He's got Let It Be on here, Daniel, Dr. My Eyes, Collide, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, and just a little bit from, is my CD player not going to work? I got to put it on CD. I got to crank this up.
Hey, where did we go? Days when the rain came down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and a running. Hey, hey.
That's nice, right? Jeff Roy.
Yeah, that was great.
You can. I don't know if you can get this on Amazon, but you might want to do a Google search on that. I know that Jeff does not own the rights to any of those songs, so this may be a bootleg, and I may have just gotten Jeff into trouble. And Jay, as we're talking about my boombox here, which
yes,
can I tell you something? By the way, I picked this thing up for $20 at the Grafton Flea Market last year.
I was so jealous when you said that. I would have bought that. I would have spent $50 on that, Ray. No questions asked.
These are very expensive.
Yes,
like as a vintage item.
Yes, but that one actually looks like it's in fantastic shape.
It is. It's very clean. Actually, there's a few scratches up there. These come off. Of course, they come off.
Yeah, mine used to do the exact same thing. The speakers would click right off, and you could have them in different. Oh man, I love that setup.
It's got the 2 cassette players, and they don't. Got Extreme in there right now. Kid Ego. The extended version, I guess. And then you saw it. I have Kicks in there as well.
I know. Cold Blood is one of my favorite songs they do. But I love all of Kicks' stuff, but Cold Blood, love it.
That is fitting for our family being basement dwellers. It is so true, Rob. All right. Hey, Jay, I know you have notes.
Yep.
And I would love to get to your notes because you always have fantastic things to talk about.
I don't know about.
Got to power this thing down. All right, we're powered down.
I don't know about fantastic. I just like to I always ask Dawn right before I'm coming on. I'm like, what did we watch this week? What did we do? And she reminds me of everything. But we watch, like always, during these downtimes, we watch a ton more movies than normal. Besides all the Netflix originals and TV series and stuff like that. No. But we saw a couple movies. I finally saw The Joker.
Oh, what did you think?
Now, I thought it was good.
Now, hold on. This isn't a comic book movie.
No. Well, I mean, no. It's a movie about a comic book character.
Yes. But don't be fooled. This is no hero movie, no superhero movie.
Correct. And I thought it was very well done. I just I just didn't love it because, in my opinion, I found it extremely predictable.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, because I've seen this movie before. I've seen, all these different variations of it. So I knew exactly what was going to happen. I knew it was going to be this guy that was just pushed too far. It's a push too far movie. And
Sure.
we've seen many of those. No, don't get me wrong. They did a great job at it. And Joaquin was fantastic in the role.
Yeah.
He really was. There were a couple of good twists as well. I guess I'm so weird in the head that I wish they had just said, like, this is a DC Comics Elseworld movie. It's like, this does not take place in the, in the Batman universe, but it does
Sure.
take place in a universe. Because now people are like, oh my God, so they're going to have him as the Joker in a movie. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know if they're ever going to do that. That might have been a one and done kind of thing. And that's fine. It was good. But now what? Oh, what?
No, I was going to say, I'm afraid that if they do Joker 2, then it's going to become that superhero movie, because you're going to have to add Batman to it. Yeah. And then it becomes every other Batman movie where this thing will just be fine on its own. I had a sick feeling through the whole movie. And I'll tell you, I loved the movie. And I it's on HBO now, and I'm very hesitant about watching it again. I have to be in the right mood. But I do remember having this uneasy feeling for an hour and 45 minutes.
See, a lot of people tell me that. They're like, oh, I felt weird. It kind of made me sick. And I'll be honest with you, it didn't do that at all to me.
No.
But just again, because I guess I knew exactly what was coming. I knew where they were going with it. Yes, Joaquin was amazing. I will definitely give him that. But see, and it all comes down to personal preference as well.
Sure.
I mean, to each their own. It was very entertaining. I guess
stand up. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess so many people,
killing me.
I guess so many people just raved about it that I was like, oh, maybe it is going to be better than I thought. But it was just really good. I'll give it a good to really good.
Okay, that's good.
But on the flip side, we watched Harley. What was it? Birds of Prey.
Oh yeah. The Emancipation of Harley Quinn.
God. Now, the best I can say about this is it was a lot better than Suicide Squad.
Yes.
And Suicide Squad was crap. So there's my review of Harley Quinn. Now, Margot Robbie, again, she's awesome. She played Harley Quinn fantastic. And what's his name? Obi-Wan Kenobi. He was freaking awesome as Black Mask. Ewan McGregor. He was awesome. But the rest of the script was clunky. The rest of the cast, they weren't that great. It was great to see Rosie Perez again. I didn't think she was acting anymore, to be honest with you, but she was good.
She's been in a few things. She's coming back, I guess.
Good. It was good seeing her. I hadn't seen her in ages, so all of a sudden I was like, "Oh, Rosie Perez, that's awesome."
And I know that's Harley Quinn's mode. That's her. That's who she's supposed to be, right? Harley Quinn is over the top. She's a very comic book like.
Yeah,
so I get
DC's Deadpool is what she is.
Okay, so that worked then. Margot Robbie did a great job.
Yeah, I think they just relied way too much on over-the-top fight scenes and ridiculousness. Where in the comic book it's fine, but I just because it's cool in the comic. But it was like let's have a little bit of plot, then this crazy fight scene, then a little bit of plot, then this crazy one. Whereas in Deadpool was just hilarious, a great script, and awesome fight scenes. I think a Harley Quinn movie was just lacking the script, in my opinion.
Although I think Margot Robbie.
Robbie.
I think she was the silver lining in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, she was the only reason to watch that movie.
Right. And they didn't even focus on her. I think it was Will Smith's movie, really.
Oh man, I couldn't stand him as Deadshot either. I thought he was horrible. But yes, exactly. Yeah. Harley Quinn, female Deadpool. And that's fine. I got no problem with that. I just want a better script. Honestly, when it comes down to the DC movies, I just want better scripts. That's all. Like we got in Joker. Joker was a better script. Wonder Woman, that was a better script. Aquaman, that was mediocre. It was like, okay. But Batman v Superman, that was crap, man. Justice League, that was crap. Do better. You're supposed to be putting on these amazing movies. And when you give us this crap, we're just that's why you get lackluster blockbusters,
I think I was happy with Superman Returns, and I was
really
I was. I
remember Superman Returns. That was the first one before Mustache Man.
That was the guy that looked exactly like Christopher Reeve.
You liked that one?
I did, and I think I was just excited that he was back. And
I was excited too.
You know what it was? It felt like a continuation of 1 and 2.
Sure. The problem I had was it was a continuation of 1 and 2 with the same stupid storyline with Lex Luthor wanting to have more and sell more land. I'm like, what the hell is this nonsense?
Maybe I don't know if I was ready for a darker DC at that time. So that movie fulfilled my Superman need. I'm not even a big Superman fan, to be honest with you.
Me neither.
And then I like Ben Affleck as Batman and Bruce Wayne. So I think I liked Superman versus Batman for that reason. I thought he was a good brooding, older Bruce Wayne.
I thought Ben Affleck did fantastic. I think he's my second favorite Batman that ever was.
Wow.
Again, I just wish they gave him a good enough script to actually, to deliver something to us.
Well, obviously he was having a hard time with it because he backed out of the next movie.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you just keep getting fed a bunch of crap. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. And it'd be awesome. I want to see Ben Affleck go back and be in a Daredevil movie or something like that. Just be in the background. Because the Daredevil movie, while not great, it wasn't horrible either. Yeah. It was a good movie. And the extended cut is actually, the director's cut is even better.
I think I have it on Blu-ray, and I do watch it from time to time. I do like it.
It's good. It was a good early Marvel movie. They were sussing things out. They were figuring out what to do and what not to do.
Speaking of early Marvel movies, I watched. I watched partially. I watched Ghost Rider last night.
Number 1.
Yeah. It was fun. I thought Nicolas Cage was great.
Yes, it is fun. It's stupid. It's over the top. I have this problem where I basically love every Nicolas Cage movie there is. I can't help it. He's either actually a really good actor or an absolutely horrible actor, which is crazy. Yeah. And but I like every movie he's ever been in. Peggy Sue Got Married, and that was one of my favorites of his. I love that one. I got a couple other movies though. I'm just gonna randomly say we saw The Hunt.
Was that good? I've been putting that off because I have kids in the house.
Yeah, don't watch it with your kids, but it was really good and good social commentary on what's going on in the world today and a lot of fun. We saw The Gentleman and enjoyed the hell out of it. Just too long.
Guy Ritchie movie.
Yep, I love Guy Ritchie movies, and it was really good. Great storytelling, but again, in my opinion, just a little too long. That's what she said. But you know what else we saw? We saw Fantasy Island.
Oh, I watched that.
They turned it into a horror movie, and man, they did a good job at that. That was a lot of fun, and it had some good horror aspects, and it had a great ending, good twists in the middle, and a great ending, I thought.
And the guy from Ant-Man, I always forget his name, but he's in everything, and he's really awesome. He's a great actor. He's been in dramas, comedies, but I think one of his best performances is in Ant-Man.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We want the entire comic book community has wanted him to talk about the entire year of 2020 because he would just keep going and going and going and going. And then we got Murder Hornets. And then it would just keep going. The only other one that stuck out for us that we watched was the other night. We watched VFW. And it's about a VFW.
I saw the trailer for this. Yeah.
It's about a bunch of veterans just hanging out, and there's these punks across the street, and they're doing a bunch of drugs. They call it a different name, but let's just call them meth heads or coke heads or whatever. And one of the kids comes busting into the bar, and then they got to protect that person from all the crazy, coked up gang wannabes. And it's got Martin Cove in it, who you've almost had on the show. Martin Cove, Kreese from Karate Kid.
Yeah.
And it's got him. It's got Fred Johnson, who's been in a million movies. Who else is it?
Stephen Lang. Stephen Lang.
Which one was Stephen Lang?
Stephen Lang was the guy that was in The Hard Way with Michael J. Fox. He was the killer.
Oh, yeah.
And he was also in Avatar, I believe. But I love him as an actor.
And George Wendt was in it as well.
No kidding.
Yeah, he played one of the veterans too. It was just a really fun. Fangoria put it out, so I was like, oh, it's gonna be kind of iffy. But honestly, it was a really good horror movie. More of a thriller kind of suspense thing where it's like what's gonna happen next. It was a fun movie. We enjoyed that. I've been seeing on the internet a lot. It's like these memes. It's like no, but some of the best ones it sucks being home so much that I'd even go out and see a Nickelback concert. The funny thing is, though, my Nickelback concert got canceled,
Oh,
But check it. I was going to Nickelback because the new STP was opening or closing for, I don't even know, but STP got a new singer that sounds exactly like Scott Weiland, and they were on Groupon tickets for like $25 a piece. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll grab a couple tickets, and it said with Nickelback. I'm like, holy crap, Nickelback's gonna be there. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll go see them too. But I just thought it was funny that meme popped up, and I'm like, wait, your Nickelback concert was canceled. I'm like, son of a bitch.
did they have a new song about butterflies and tattoos?
Maybe.
Butterfly tattoos, something like
Probably.
that. Okay, good. Another movie you guys should check out, I think you and Don would love it, is Becky with Kevin James
You were
and
saying that.
Joel McHale, who you would never think would be in a horror movie. And it's not a horror movie, it's more of a thriller. But this young girl has to hunt down these killers that come into her house and take over her house and capture her family. And she's out in the woods, and then she's got to come back and save everybody.
It sounds great.
Yeah, it's gory, and I know you love that.
What's it on? Was it Netflix? The only
That
thing
is a good question. You know what it is? I think it's just on demand right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you just gotta buy it. That's cool.
Or rent it. It's rentable.
Cool. Still
Cool.
watching Community. Still loving Community. We're getting to the parts where Abed and Troy have disagreements, and it's getting really weird. I don't want them to be disagreeing.
No.
I don't want them to have fights.
Yeah.
This is the best buddy. This is the best buddy since on Scrubs. Those two guys.
Oh yeah. JD and Turk.
Turk and JD. Yes, thank you. My God, it's been so long since I've watched Scrubs. Holy crap!
I watched the whole series maybe a year ago again, and then I've seen Community I think 3 times now. It's an amazing show. It really is.
It is. I can't believe that I never watched it the first time around, but I'm psyched because, like I said, I get to binge watch it. It's so much fun.
So they are doing. I think they're doing one of those Zoom episodes
With Josh Gad.
No. I think they're doing
not.
like a legit show.
Oh, cool. Well, because I know they're what was it? They do a podcast called Fake Doctors, Real Friends.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, wait, I'm talking about Scrubs now, not Community.
Okay. Scrubs should do that too.
Scrubs, but that's what they do. They do Fake Doctors, Real Friends, and they do a podcast, I believe, together. So I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Jay, cheers.
To you, Ray.
I have headphones on. I just realized I'm yelling, and all my neighbors are just enjoying the entertainment or something. I don't know. Let me take these off. I am really loud in the neighborhood.
Tell them to go dunk their heads in your pool.
Right? I have a pool now. Did you see that?
Yes, it looks fantastic.
We're lighting it up tomorrow.
Pool hopping.
Yeah,
Did
right.
you ever go pool hopping back in the day, Ray?
Did you ever go night putting?
Just putting at night, with the dean's 18-year-old daughter.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, you have a fantastic night.
You too.
Screw Justin and Jeff for going to Craft Roots without us. Well, you got the invite at least.
I was invited.
All right, and that's it. Thanks to Britt Lightning for joining me and Bill McDonough.
She was awesome.
Yeah, and Boozin with Bill and you, Jay. And we'll do it again Friday night. And I'm going to do it outside again.
I say we go to Craft Roots and do it.
Oh, yes. Let's do that.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm going crazy sitting on that train, and I don't think I'm ever coming home. Don't think I'm lazy, don't think I'm strange. I do think I'm really just losing it all. 'Cause I'm going crazy. Yes, I'm going crazy.